David again, who says thoughts on Venari, finally trusts us, takes her mask off, and she's an ethereal. And she recruits us into the eternal war with the brokers and towards the cosmic war that's going on around the cosmos. So I think it's the idea of what happens when Venari finally unmasks and stuff goes on. And right now we have no idea there because the other brokers don't trust her.
No.
She seemingly left her mates for dead in Torghast. Yep. So Venari is spooky. Now, I don't think Venari is an ethereal or anything like that. I think Venari is a broker. I think it's decently clear that they are separate groups. Now, that said, there's bloody obvious similarities, and those similarities have still not been explained by Blizzard. And I don't mean that in some Blizzard, you've not explained your lore. I mean, that's a mystery, and I want to find out where it is, how it goes. Venari's probably the character to take us through that journey.
For sure.
So
100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I wish I could say more about this. It's just Venari, we do not know. Now the idea of the Cosmic War and all of that stuff, it's like, I'd love that if it manages to feel like TBC and mysterious instead of us going in our ship and blasting through the galaxy. I really want it to feel like fantasy first, sci-fi second. I love science fiction. You know, I'm rewatching Stargate SG-1 right now. I'm a bit through season 5, having a blast. Love Battlestar, blah, blah, blah. I've got sci-fi cred. If only you lot knew the, game 2. Yep, that is something that is highly unlikely for them to see for the next 2 years, but I do believe it'd be pretty awesome if it was after that. For sure. So we got sci-fi cred. I love science fiction. I don't want to do any downers in science fiction, but it's like, even think about Stargate, they go through the Stargate, they go to some other world, and in that other world, like, they have a weird, maybe it's like a religious name for what the Stargate is. And it doesn't really feel like science fiction in some ways. I want that feeling of we go through the dark portal and we're in another world. We haven't traveled to another planet, another solar system that is, 7,000 light years in that direction. I don't want it to feel like that. It has to feel like I'm stepping through stepping through the Stargate. I don't understand it. I'm going to a new weird world. I don't want that cosmology stuff to feel like science, to feel like physics. Now, I can geek out and say, whoa, what if, the formation of titans across the universe is actually analogous to, the mapping of, like, the density of matter and dark matter in the cosmic microwave background because, the Big Bang happens then. I don't want to do that. I think that's cool and interesting. I love all that, stuff, but I don't think that's what World of Warcraft should be. So I want to see Cosmos, absolutely, but it's just got to feel, it just can't feel sci-fi to me. It has to feel like that. Just there's something about how they executed on the Burning Crusade and the vibe of going out there.
Yeah, I think they kind of did similar okay with Argus. They leaned a little bit heavy on sci-fi because obviously the Draenei are big crystal spaceships, but at the same time it was still like, whoa, this was the magic keystone that Illidan stole, opened the portal to another world. We went there and killed a big god thing. So it's like that had science fiction roots. TBC was really good for it, and I'm thinking purely Netherstorm. Because all that stuff was super sci-fi, but it was magic crystals. It very much had, like, the entire Draenei have that vibe of this is actually sci-fi, but it's almost weird. It's almost like the reverse of the saying that magic is just science we don't understand yet. It's like their science is just magic that we don't understand yet. But then, mages sit down in the crystals and go, oh, it's magic. It's magitech. It's that stuff. I think that's...
Yeah. So, take us to the Cosmos. I would say let's do a very long pit stop in Azeroth to
please
just give the peoples and the setting of Warcraft what it's due before we go off.